Hi, I'm Kei in Tokyo. I've been a software engineer for 9 years, especially for mobile app development. Now I'm running my own company. My company is running a community for Flutter learners, Flutter engineers that is called Flutter Daigaku. Today I'm gonna talk about bilingual jobs in Japan, especially for software engineers. As I said, I've been a mobile app software engineer for 9 years. And I switched to Flutter 5 or 6 years ago. I generally work in Japan and work for Japanese local companies, so I haven't spoken English at my job, but I recently studied English a lot and started English YouTube channel as well. I got curious about English speaking jobs in Japan and also bilingual job. In this case, bilingual means speaking Japanese as well as speaking English. So one day, it was a month ago maybe, I found a bilingual job in Osaka, and that was Flutter. The company who offered that job is Universal Studio Japan. Have you seen Google I/O this year? At this year's Google I/O, Google Flutter announced Universal Studio started to use Flutter. Now their apps are made on Flutter. Yeah, at that time I didn't have so much idea about its effect to Japan. But Universal Studio Japan is maybe more attended than Universal Studio in US. Universal Studio Japan is very popular nowadays. It's even popular than Disneyland maybe. So in the world, not in Japan, in the world, Universal Studio Japan has a lot of customers in the world. So I have been there only once or twice. I'm not the kind of person who are interested in Disneyland, Universal Studios, something like that. But yeah, as a Flutter engineer, I'm interested in Universal Studio, especially for how they use Flutter. And actually, I got an interview with Universal Studio Japan, but I won't say any private information in this video. I just talk about general information. Unfortunately, I will not go to the Universal Studio. And at first interview, I talked with agent who speak only English. So it was a good opportunity to have a English interview in my life. So what I want to say in this video is not that many bilingual software engineers or product managers in Japan. Of course, some bilingual people are working as a translator or a global company. They speak English and they speak Japanese as well in their work. Of course, in IT industry, there are some companies like Google, Amazon, Facebook, some Netflix maybe in Japan. There are many bilingual people working at their companies, but there are not so many companies, I think. And they don't need so many bilingual people in Japan, because it's enough to few people to work as a bilingual in the company. I think some companies' product need to translate to Japanese, so they should have some bilingual people to translate their apps to Japanese. But as for coding, as for making apps, as for development of apps, basically they don't have to speak Japanese. Let's say it's American company, they should hire English-speaking software engineer in America and make apps in America and deliver to the world. So that's it. They don't need to hire bilingual people in Japan. The person who translates to Japanese doesn't necessarily to be a software engineer. They can be just a translator. Translating and the development is another work, so it can be separated. There is a translator and there's a developer in America. Of course, if you speak English, if you speak Japanese, if you can make some app, you're so talented. So some company glad to hire you, but not necessary their skill is not necessary. It's a fact. And also, like a Universal Studio Japan, sometimes there are some company try to hire bilingual software engineer, but honestly, I don't know anyone who can speak English and Japanese and talented at development. There are some such kind of people, but I don't have such kind of friends. Let's say in Flutter Daigaku, as I said, I run a community, Flutter engineers community, which has 300 people, and 100 people is working as a software engineer actually, but in 100 people, they are mostly Japanese local people and sometimes foreign people who can speak Japanese. But they're mostly not bilingual or trilingual. Of course, they were educated English in Japanese school system when we are young, but Japanese English educational system is not good. So yeah, we cannot speak English so much, basically. So in 100 people, only 3 to 5 people can speak English fluently and also Japanese fluently, and also good at mobile developments. So that kind of software engineer are very rare. You rarely meet such kind of people in Japan. I admire people who can speak multiple languages and also have a different skill like software engineering and design or product management or something like that. We rarely meet such kind of people in Japan. Of course, I have some such kind of friends. One of my friends who work at Netflix in Los Angeles, she's bilingual and also good at design for apps. So if you meet such kind of people in Japan, and if they are Japanese, maybe he or she is already working at Netflix or something like such kind of big tech company. I mean, if you try to hire some bilingual people in Japan, it should be tough. But this is not only bad news, but also good news for Japanese people who learn English. Of course, generative AI is promising and people hope we don't need to learn other languages and AI translate real-timely. In the future, many AI can translate very fastly. But even so, we should communicate with people around the world face to face. And we don't trust machine and AI so much, even after 10 or 20 years later. So yeah, we Japanese should learn English or another language. And if you're English native speaker or another country's people, if you learn Japanese and you go be a bilingual of Japanese and another language, you should be a very rare person. So keep learning languages and also have another skill like software engineering, design, or something like that. That's it today. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. In this channel, I'm gonna talk about software engineering stuff, Japanese stuff, or something like that. So stay tuned. Thank you. Bye.